Alright, so it's your boy Dodgeball Terrorist, and I need to get some things straightened out. First of all, man, I'm glad that Alabama beat LSU. Roll Tide and all of that. But I gotta get some things off my chest, man, about this BCS thing. It's rigged. It's a setup. You'll always have an SEC team competing for the national championship because there'll always be. It's set up for an SEC team to be there. The beginning of the year, it's 10. Well, 20 teams in a poll, but they know they only pay attention to 10, really, to be honest with you. And half of them are SEC teams. The BCS knows it has a setup with the SEC for their teams to be in the national championship. And the funny thing about it is the only way it would happen last night in the BCS championship could have happened is if it was set up that way. It's funny because they've always found a way to exclude a team that they honestly, truthfully believe can beat their SEC team. They avoid USC like the plague. They avoid the Pac-10 champion if it's USC like the plague. So only under a rare circumstance are you going to get a Pac-10 team like Oregon was there last year, but they avoid USC like the plague when USC was in its stronger years. It's a setup. Every year they have an SEC team there, and if the SEC team loses and a team from another conference wins, it doesn't matter because they don't respect that team's conference anyway. So it's amazing. It's amazing the hypocrisy that goes on. It's all about business. They know that the SEC teams, their fans travel, they come to the games. It's business. And what the SEC team gets in return is the deemed title as the national championship team. But how do we know they need a playoff system? And the college presidents know this, and they're afraid. And this ain't nothing new. You guys all know. I know as well. They're afraid that the SEC team is not going to show up on that day, and all their teams get wiped out by a strange coincidence, and there are no SEC teams in the championship. It's bullshit. And I personally, myself, I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting sick of when an SEC team, there's no way anybody else could be in a national championship game with 2 losses. Florida won a national championship one year with 2 damn losses. Let anybody else lose once, they're gone. USC loses once in the beginning of the year, they're out of it. Period. It's ridiculous, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the bullshit. We need a playoff system. The other thing that kills me is how an SEC team, excuse me, I have to readjust here, could lose a game, and like someone like Oklahoma State, the defense is, well, we play a better conference than they do, and so we would have beaten them anyway. How do I know? That's why they play the game. How do I know? I mean, when Miami played Nebraska back in the 80s, they said the same thing. So, this is my rant for the BCS. I'm sick of it. I'm glad that Alabama beat LSU last night. Les Miles was there should be a split national champion because we beat them. It's some bullshit. You lost when you knew what the stakes were. Excuse me. Your team is out of there. But for me, I honestly feel like they need a playoff. The fact that Oklahoma State and that there's always a team left out consistently tells me that they need a playoff. I mean, that's the last scenario of them needing a playoff. They need a playoff, period, because we need the factor to be styles and fights. You know what I'm saying? We don't know, that Alabama would have had as great as a game against Oklahoma State. So, you can speculate all you want. It is what it is. It's your boy, Dodgeball Terrace. Shout out to everybody, all the Jersey heads. Shout out to all the people. Please subscribe. I'm going to get better at this, but I had to get this rant off my chest because I'm tired of the bullshit. Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Ain't nothing but a party, y'all.